Sorry, folks. I was getting bombarded by volleyballs, so I kind of lost track of what I was doing there. It's Dwayne Hulett, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Evan Wagner on the camera tonight. And it is time for varsity volleyball here from Augusta, Illinois, Southeastern High School, as the Suns play host to the Western Wildcats as we're getting ready for the national anthem. We've heard young Miss Rigg sing on numerous occasions, and I came here early this evening to make sure she could hear her, and I don't think she's here to sing tonight. So we will play the national anthem. Let you hear that, and we'll be back in just a moment. And the national anthem. Now we'll get ready for the starting lineups. Mr. Schuling, the ag teacher here at Southeastern High School, doing the announcing tonight. Western Wildcats, of course, will be first. Peyton Robbins, number 4, one of the starters. Carly Colgrove, number 8. Brianna Wombles, number 5. Paige Wombles, a pair of Wombles. Skylar Barnhill. And Natalie Harris. And number 18, Rachel McMullen. And for the Southeastern Suns, Savannah Ramsey wearing number 5. Kinsey Griswold wearing number 6. Abigail Schaefer wearing number 4, her second game back. Amanda Stevens, number 19, 12 kills last night. Summer Ramsey, number 2, and number 11, Abby McMillan, who, oddly enough, I left out of my handwritten lineup. Don't tell anybody I did that. That's what happens when you're trying to go fast. But we caught it in time. So it's Summer Ramsey, Abigail Schaefer, Savannah Ramsey, Kinsey Griswold, Amanda Stevens, and Abby McMillan starting for the Suns. It's Peyton Robbins, Brianna Wombles, Carly Colgrove, Paige Wombles, Skylar Barnhill, and Natalie Harris starting the libero for the Wildcats, number 18, Rachel McMullen. So we're getting ready to go here. As I was saying, in the Fresh Soft contest, we've had a lot of volleyball here from Southeastern High School thus far this season. We did all those games during the Lady Suns Classic, so we've been down here a lot, but after Monday, when the Suns play host to Unity, the Suns are only back here 3 more times. Make that 4 more times after Monday. So 4 times after Monday. After tonight, only 5 more games here the rest of the volleyball season. So we've been here quite a bit of late, but it's going to slow down immensely here after Monday night. Schaefer to McMillan, and she'll get the kill. Abby McMillan gets her first kill. Side out. Suns will serve, and Abby McMillan back to her normal first serving slot. We'll bring it up for the Suns. McMullen is there. Comes near call side to Paige Wombles, and she gets the kill. Side out. Back to Western. And serving is number 8, Carly Colgrove. She's got a really good serve. Stevens with the dig. Back row attack from Summer Ramsey, dug by McMullen. Colgrove's got a crazy serve, folks, if you can watch it a little bit. And the Sun's going to be in the net, a point for Colgrove. She has a different approach. It's kind of a sweeping, would be away from you if you're watching on TV. And then she comes forward, and it comes floating across with a tad of spin on it that time, but it normally goes left and right. Now Stevens is going to drive it down the line and out. A hitting error for Amanda Stevens, and it's 3-1 Western here early in set number 1. Once again, hop in our live chat. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. That goes for the Western folks and the Southeastern folks. We'd love to have the chat open. Stevens now is going to send it across. Paige Wombles is there. Back set's going to go to Western's number, can't see who that is, number 24, Skylar Barnhill. There was another attack by Stevens. It's going to be Savannah Ramsey. Now a slide by Stevens, and that time she's going to get the kill. Amanda Stevens, if you go to the well enough times, she's going to come through, and she does there. Gets her first kill. It's 3-2 Western, and back to serve is going to be Kenzie Griswold for the Suns. Her serve's a let serve, and they nearly got it up to where it was passable, but not quite. Kenzie Griswold's going to get her first point and first ace at the same time. Ties the score at 3 apiece. And a tip across. Schaefer's there. Summer Ramsey on the attack. It's a hitting error, though. It goes a little deep, and it's a side out. McMullen going back to serve, the libero for the Wildcats, with her team up by 1, 4-3. Her serve's done by Stevens. Schaefer to Stevens. She goes cross court, back left corner, and a kill for Amanda Stevens. And Abigail Schaefer coming back to serve now. Paige Wombles and Barnhill get together. As the set came across, Ramsey couldn't get to it and put it across, so it's going to be another side out, back to Western. And Wombles is going back to serve. Paige Wombles back to serve for the Wildcats. Savannah Ramsey going to send a free ball across down the line. McMullen goes to get to a one-arm dig. He's going to give her team a chance. Wombles from the back row. Savannah Ramsey sets to Stevens. Stevens is going to drive it home, and it is out. Another hitting error. It's 6-4, and Paige Wombles gets the service point. And for the first time in 3 games, I should say this is the 5th game. They've won 2 in a row by 2 sets. That's the first set that they've allowed a second point on the same service this week. And Schaefer sets too deep for Stevens, and it's another point for Wombles, her 3rd straight, and it's 8-4 Western early in set number 1. So Summer Ramsey to Schaefer to Stevens. It's bumped across, and now it's going to be a set near side. On the attack was number 10, Katie Nelson, and in the net was Southeastern. I believe it was Stevens. Another point for Wombles, her 4th, and it's 9-4. Schaefer back to McMillan in the back row. It's off. Brianna Wombles back there. Schaefer now is going to set middle to Stevens, and she's going to drive it home. Her 3rd kill. And a side out, and Amanda Stevens is going to come back to serve now. Stevens serve, deep and out. Service there, it's 10-5. Going back to serve, going to be number 24, Skylar Barnhill. Double hand receiving of the serve by Schaefer. Ramsey went to get it. It is a free ball. It went across. Brianna Callgrove, on the attack. 4 hits. Oh, it was Brianna Wombles. I saw the number. Am I seeing it right or wrong? Let me see. It was Callgrove. I apologize, folks. Can't see through the strip on the net. Summer Ramsey's serve is dug in the back row. Callgrove's going to send it across. Bump set now is Schaefer from the back row. McMullen's there. Middle it goes, and we're going to say it was in. A kill by Natalie Harris and a side out. It's 11-6. Harris's serve. Stevens going to set out to Kenzie Griswold, and she'll get the kill cross court from the left position. And Savannah Ramsey coming back to serve now with her team trailing by 4, 11-7. And a service error gives it back to Western. Coming in to serve is going to be number 4, Peyton Robbins. She replaces Cody Nelson. Can't read my own writing. Summer Ramsey, McMillan, Stevens from the back row. It's dug by Robbins. Overpass. Schaefer outside to McMillan now on the left side, and she's going to get the kill. Abby McMillan gets her second kill and another side out as we were side outing back and forth, and Abby McMillan going back to serve now. The Suns actually only have 1 service point their first time through the rotation, and that was Kenzie Griswold. They're starting their second time through the rotation now. McMullen is there on the serve receive for Western. That was Wombles. Now it's going to go a free ball as it hit the ceiling and came down to Stevens. Middle on the attack, Brianna Wombles. And it's off the block of Stevens. Brianna Wombles is going to get the kill. And the side out. 13-8. Callgrove going back to serve now. And Stevens going right up and bringing it back down on the set from Schaefer. Stevens gets her 4th kill, and Kenzie Griswold coming back to serve now. She is the only Sun to this point in contest in set number 1 to get a service point. She's got an ace in her first rotation through. We'll see what she can do here. It's deep, and she's going to get another one. That had a little dead spin on it, and it kind of curved to the left, and it ate up Robbins, and a second ace for Griswold. And it's 13-10. Across it comes on a free ball. Ramsey slide to Stevens now, and it's down the net. It's going to be another overpass. Set to Stevens. She's going to go right at Callgrove, Now Womble's on the attack, and it's deep and out of play. Paige Wombles has the hitting error. It's 13-11. 2 straight for Kenzie Griswold. And into the net, you could see that Barnhill got up early on that, couldn't stay there long enough, and it's 13-12. Kenzie Griswold with 4 service points now here in set number 1. She is the only Lady Sun to serve a single service point thus far. Tipped across, Schaefer. Now it's going to be tracked down by Stevens. And we're tied at 13, and Stevens used all of her athletic ability to track that one down because it was way outside. She went running after it and came back to it and brought it back across the net. Another overpass. Stevens is there. Schaefer. And a block that time by Paige Wombles, and it's going to go middle to Stevens again. This time it's going to be Doug left side. Middle, it's going to come to Brianna Wombles, and she can't get it across the net. A hitting error and another point. And a timeout charge to Western. They were up by as many as 6, and they find themselves behind by 1 after 5 straight service points off the hand of Miss Kinsey Griswold. And we'll take a break as well and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to Southeastern High School. The Suns up 14-3 have come to life here. As Kinsey Griswold has 6 service points and the only Sun to serve a single point. She gets another ace there. 15-13. Suns with the lead now here in set number 1. McMullen with the serve receive. Bump set's going to go out to Barnhill, who has to push it across. Schaefer's going to go to Stevens. Stevens did get it across. Now Ramsey's going to put it across. Going to come all the way outside to Paige Wombles, who gets it to McMillan. Savannah Ramsey's going to have to send a free ball across. Back in system, Wombles on the attack, and through the block of Schaefer and Stevens, as they weren't able to close the block, it went right in between them, and Paige Wombles is going to get the kill. It'll be her second kill, and it's 15-14. Suns with a 1-point lead, but the serve goes back to the Wildcats, and Rachel McMullen, the libero, back to serve for the Wildcats. Jason Arthur tuning in from work. We won't tell anybody that. Wait, maybe I just did. Ramsey on the attack. It's going to have a chance to get across. Harris does get it across. McMillan's there. Now it's going to go to Stevens. She's going to tip it down. Paige Wombles is there. Blocked by Stevens that time. Barnhill couldn't do a whole lot with it. She tried to push it across the net, and Stevens was there for the block. Amanda Stevens gets her first block. It's a side out, and Abigail Schaefer back to serve. Jump serve. McMullen. We tried to tip across by Colgrove. She rolled down and fell off the wrong side of the net. Abigail Schaefer becomes the first person not named Kinsey Griswold to serve a service point for the Suns in this contest. And Abigail Schaefer says, I can do better than that. I can get an ace next time by, and she does. 18-14 is the score. Suns now trying to take control here in set number 1, as they were trailing by as many as 5 or 6 early in this set. Schaefer back again. This time it goes a little farther right. More problems passing on serve receive, but they will get a free ball across. McMillan's there. Schaefer now is going to set out to Summer Ramsey, and she's going to tip it across. It's dug by Colgrove. Stevens is going to bump it across, then it goes out. Tried to get it, paint the line with it on the far side. Little long. Paige Wombles going back to serve. Checking in is going to be number 10, Cody Nelson, for the Wildcats. And Paige Wombles serves right from about the middle of the floor. McMillan's there. Schaefer back set to Stevens, and she's going to get the kill. Amanda Stevens gets this one inbounds just as Schaefer asked her to do. Harris is going to be on the tip. Summer Ramsey's there. Stevens comes a bump set. Summer Ramsey down the line. McMullen gets the dig. They will have a chance to get it a free up cross. And it's attacked by Harris, actually. Back out to Summer Ramsey again. This time it goes cross court. And that time Paige Wombles can't come up with it. Summer Ramsey's going to get the kill, her first. And Amanda Stevens gets her first service point. 20-15 is the score. Wombles with the serve receive. Colgrove went to get it. It's going to be Barnhill sending it across. Schaefer. Stevens quick to McMillan. It's blocked. Coming up for Wombles was for the, and then a block brought up. Now it's going to be third hit here for Ramsey. She gets it across. McMullen there. Set middle to Harris. Harris off the block of McMillan. Now Savannah Ramsey got a little too far outside on the set from Amanda Stevens, and she hits it into the net. Going back to serve is going to be Skylar Barnhill for the Wildcats. Her team trails by 4, 20-16. Deep and out. On the service there, coming back to serve is going to be Summer Ramsey. Jump serve coming, hard, middle of the floor to the net. They are going to get it across, and it's out of bounds. A hitting error, 22-16. Summer Ramsey gets her first service points. Short, McMullen gets the dig. It's going to come out to Colgrove. Now McMillan off the block of the aforementioned Colgrove, and it's a kill for Abby McMillan, her third. Second service point for Summer Ramsey, and it's 23-16. And an ace for Summer Ramsey, and it's set point for the Suns. Tipped across by Barnhill. Stevens out to McMillan. Cross court, doesn't get it across the net. Was not blocked. 4 hits, side out. Chance for Western now as Harris goes back to serve. She has to serve 7 straight to keep this one alive. Suns have outscored the Wildcats immensely down the stretch here. I think it was 10-5, and then Kinsey Griswold blows it off the block of Colgrove, and it goes out of bounds. Kinsey Griswold gets the kill to end set number 1. It's her first kill, and it's 25-17 the final in set number 1. The Suns get the win. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH in just a couple minutes.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back. As you can see, Abby McMillan getting ready to serve. The Suns win set 1, 25-17. Reset, re-rack, and here we go. McMullen on the serve receive. Paige Wombles on the attack. Summer Ramsey on the serve, on the dig. And again, just like it ended set number 1, Kinsey Griswold drives it off Colgrove, and a kill for Griswold. And a point for the Suns as they lead 1-0. McMullen again. Paige Wombles bump sets middle. Brianna Wombles on the attack. Stevens is going to hit it on second ball. Back row attack coming from Mullen. And she hit it right at me. I saved the computer there, folks. Some hand skills right there, I'm telling you. Hitting air. McMillan gets her second service point. Across it comes. Dig by Summer Ramsey. Stevens is going to knock it down. She had driven everything so hard all night. That time she tapped that one, and it's a point and a kill for Stevens. 3-0. Suns with the lead. They went on a 20-7 run to end set number 1, and they're starting the same way here. That set went way too far outside. Wombles tried to bring it back, but hit the foul pole. 4 straight for Abby McMillan. More problems with serve receive, but they did get it up. Colgrove, somebody was in the net. Who'd they call? They called Colgrove in the net. A 5th service point for McMillan. 5-0. Brianna Wombles has it blocked by Stevens. Now that one goes into the net by Paige Wombles. 6 straight service points to open set number 2, and the Suns are taking control early in this one. A little slow to start tonight, but they've come to life now. Back set was Colgrove. Now it's going to be tipped across by Schaefer, and a great dig onto by a diving, who was that back there? Barnhill. Stevens as Schaefer doesn't get the set high enough. A side out on a setting error, and going back to serve is going to be Colgrove. Emma Colgrove, or Carly Colgrove, excuse me, this to serve for the Wildcats. Her team down 6-1. Middle to Stevens, off the block. It's dug temporarily, but not a passable dig. And a kill for Amanda Stevens. That gives her 7. And coming back to serve is going to be Kinsey Griswold for the Suns. Pushed across. McMillan's there. Schaefer's going to tip it down, and she'll get the kill. Abigail Schaefer gets her first kill of the night. Kinsey Griswold gets her 8th service point. She was the server that got them back in set number 1, and she's starting set number 2 the same way here. Out deep on the attack by Wombles. It's 9-1. And a timeout charge to Western. And we will tell you this game being brought to you by the Watering Hole. The Watering Hole in downtown Augusta is open and says, good luck, Suns, in this week's volleyball matches. And to the Cyclones, as the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones have the homecoming game tomorrow night at Scioto, and that means that John Reynolds is going to be on the call for the first time for us tomorrow night. We had a couple late changes, so John Reynolds is going to be doing the game for us tomorrow night. Anyway, the Watering Hole in downtown Augusta is open Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 1 a.m. with happy hour from 4 to 6, Saturday 1 to 1, and Sunday 10 to 10. They play most all the Southeastern TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Broadcast, so make sure you check out the Watering Hole. Also, McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell, Macomb provide expert help to area athletes. Check them out. MDH, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And Ramsey of the Summer variety on the attack, and she'll get the kill. Summer Ramsey gets her 2nd kill. Griswold gets her 10th service point. It's 10-1. Suns here in game number 2. And Brianna Wombles gets the kill to end the bleeding momentarily, at least, for the Wildcats. She gets her second kill. McMullen with the serve. Savannah Ramsey. Callgrove on the attack. And Stevens gets the kill on a set from Schaefer. The pass from McMillan, and Schaefer is going to go back to serve now. 11-2 the score. Abigail Schaefer had 2 service points in set number 1. Her first attempt here in set 2, and she's going to get it. Well, maybe not. Yeah, she's going to get an ace. I thought that they might bring it back in, but they couldn't get there. It's 12-2. A little shorter that time. Took something off that one, and McMullen come diving in for it, but couldn't do anything with it on the overpass. 4 points, including 3 aces now for Abigail Schaefer. Her team leads 13-2. The Suns have come to life as Harris on the attack there. Schaefer goes to get it. Stevens pushes it across. Wombles is there for the dig. It's going to come back to Wombles on the set by Callgrove, and she's going to get the kill off the block of Amanda Stevens. Carly Callgrove gets her first kill, and she's going to go back. Nope, Paige Wombles going back to serve now, I believe. Amanda Stevens gets her 9th kill on the side out, and she'll come back to serve with her team up by 11, 14-3. Served by Stevens. McMullen's there. It's an overpass. Stevens to McMillan. She's dug by Nelson. Savannah Ramsey is going to set to Summer Ramsey. It's deep. McMullen's there. Deep and out on the attack by Cody Nelson. And it's going to be a side out back to, actually that's a service point for Stevens. I forgot that she was serving. That was a long time ago, it seemed like. That was a long rally. Barnhill on the hit. And Stevens had the dig, but nobody got the pass. It's going to be a side out. Barnhill back to serve now. Stevens back set to McMillan. She comes cross court and off the arms of a diving Wombles of the Page variety, and McMillan's going to get the kill, her 4th. And Summer Ramsey coming back to serve now. It's 16-4. Destiny Allred coming in. Kinsey Griswold coming out. Ramsey serve. Free ball coming across. Savannah Ramsey's there. Stevens going to set to McMillan, and McMillan's going to take it off the block that time and get the kill, her 5th. Summer Ramsey gets her 5th service point, and it's 17-4. Summer Ramsey with the jump serve. Pushed across. Stevens is there. Schaefer bump set out to McMillan. On the attack again. It's dug that time by Nelson. Harris with the attack. Summer Ramsey's there. Stevens going to set it out to McMillan again from the left side. It's blocked. Schaefer's there. Stevens going to back set this time to Savannah Ramsey. She gets it across. Harris is there. Bump set over to Callgrove. It's dug by Ramsey. Allred pushes it, tries to get it across, but does not quite get there. It went off the ceiling, and luckily for the Suns, Allred was there to try to do something with it, but couldn't get it across the net. Harris back to serve. Natalie Harris has 1 kill, no points, but she's back serving now for the Wildcats. Right side, Schaefer's there. That ball had some tail on it. And now it's going to be sent across by Savannah Ramsey. Great hustle. And for a double hit they call. A double hit they call for the Wildcats, and it's 18-5. Savannah Ramsey back to serve. Down middle, McMullen's there. Barnhill sets middle to Colgrove. Dug by Ramsey. Schaefer comes to get it. McMillan on the attack. McMullen is there. There's another attack by Nelson. Schaefer gets to it. Stevens is going to push it across as her and McMillan were both there. Now Brianna Wombles. Stevens with the dig. Schaefer tips it across, and she's going to get the kill. 19-5. Savannah Ramsey gets the point, and she's going to come out. Riley Smith's going to come in to serve for the Suns. 19-5 the score. Riley Smith serve down the right side. Can be brought up. Brianna Wombles gets it across. Schaefer's there. Out to McMillan, and she's going to hit it out. Oh, no, it's in. They called it in. A kill for McMillan, her sixth, and a point for Riley Smith, her first. And it's 20-5. Smith's serve down the right side is out. Side out. Checking in is Peyton Robbins to serve. Also coming back in is Paige Wombles. A 14-point advantage here in set number 2 for the Suns. Deep down middle. Summer Ramsey's there. Middle it goes to Allred. She's going to tip it across. Barnhill's there. Colgrove back to McMullen. Stevens. Schaefer now is going to go outside to McMillan. McMillan's going to be blocked. Stevens is there to get it. And I believe Stevens went under the net trying to dig that one up. She did get it up, but it goes under the net. So Robbins is going to get the point. And she'll have a chance to serve here. Summer Ramsey. Stevens back row off the block, and it's going to fall. 21-10 kills for Amanda Stevens. Abby McMillan as they've completed the rotation, and they lead by 14. Short, McMullen's there. Barnhill sets it back and gets called for the double hit. She got a little too far under it, I believe. 7 service points for McMillan now. Schaefer to Allred on the attack. Dug back there by Robbins. Colgrove on the attack now. Summer Ramsey. Stevens going to hit left-handed. She ran past it and comes back with the left hand and gets the kill, her 11th. McMillan gets her 8th point, and it's 23-7. McMullen from the back row. Summer Ramsey's there. Stevens bump sets out to Abigail Schaefer, and she's going to be on the attack. She's dug by Robbins. Near side it comes to Paige Wombles. It's blocked and then goes out of bounds. Paige Wombles is going to get the kill, her third. 23-8, and Colgrove going back to serve now. Summer Ramsey. Schaefer is going to tip it right down off of Brianna Wombles. And she's going to get her second kill. And Destiny Allred coming back to serve for set and match point. It's 24-8. Suns with the lead. Allred serve. Short middle. McMullen comes up for it. It's an overpass. Schaefer went right to it. And it's going to be an unpassable dig. We'll give her a kill. And that is how it ends, 25-8 in set number 2. Unofficially, it was 10-5 Western, so it would be 45-15 down the stretch on the scoring for the Suns against Western. We'll tell you this game being brought to you by Barkley Bills Company. I want to thank them for coming on board and helping out this season. Stats tonight for Western. Peyton Robbins had a point. Brianna Wombles had 2 kills. Carly Colgrove had 1 point and a kill. Paige Wombles had 4 points and 3 kills. Paige Wombles is the first person in 3 games and the only person in 3 games to serve consecutive points against the Suns. And then 1 point, 1 kill for Natalie Harris. That's the stats for Western. For Southeastern, they came to life in the second half of the first set and then the entire second set, but the stats were not looking good when they were down 10-5, but they came back to life. Summer Ramsey finished with 5 service points, including an ace and 2 kills. Abigail Schaefer had 4 service points, including 3 aces and 3 kills. Kinsey Griswold had 10 points, including 3 aces and 2 kills. Riley Smith had a point. Amanda Stevens had 2 points, 11 kills, and 1 block. And Abby McMillan had 8 points and 6 kills for the Suns, who win 25-17, 25-8. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with Coach Kerr, hopefully, in just a couple minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
All right, welcome back to Southeastern High School. Coach Tim Kerr alongside. And, Coach, we talked about, everybody expected you to be favored in this game, but we said there's a reason why you play the games, right? And that first set kind of showed why you make them come play the game, right?
Yeah, exactly. They did really well, and we made some mistakes, and they capitalized on our mistakes, and they rode the momentum that is the game of volleyball, and were able to make us sweat a little bit. So good for them, and good for us for being able to right the ship at the right time and come back kind of with a storm.
Unofficially, I had you outscoring them 45-15 after that point. So,
yeah.
So once you came to life, you dominated, but it took a while to get there. And I suppose to some extent, at least, right? It's adversity is good.
Yeah.
Even if it's against a team you shouldn't have it, at least they responded, and,
right.
and you need that at some point, right?
Right, no question. It's really hard to pinpoint really what happened too. I thought, we got off to a good start, had a good side out right off the bat, and I thought, okay, we're going to roll these guys, and then all of a sudden we're down by
6, I think, at one point, wasn't it?
So, I don't know. I think we tried a few things that we were probably free to try, and some of them didn't work very well when we had a couple balls out of bounds and a couple times in the net and things like that. It's kind of uncharacteristic, but for the most part, obviously we were able to take care of business, and like you said, any time that you have the opportunity to face adversity and come out of it, that's probably not a horrible thing.
Well, and the other thing is when you're playing a team like Western that you're supposed to beat, sometimes when they get that little bit of encouragement, right, it makes them a different team and a lot harder to come back on.
Right, no question. They did a good job. They did some nice things against us, and that makes our girls kind of question things, and just I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know, but
we've talked about Kinsey Griswold quite a bit, but at the point. Through the first rotation, and I don't think I've seen you guys have this problem, through the first rotation, she was the only person to have a point. in that first set, and then she rolled off like 5 straight.
Yeah.
And that's what got you back into it. She's really becoming a very good player for you guys.
She has. She's done a really good job. And, she really, she kind of came in as an unknown and played her in a couple different positions. And then, when Abigail got hurt, she moved us up, front and center at the setting spot. And really people really noticed her at that point because of that position she played. And, she kind of went back into a little bit more of anonymity with, back the position with Abigail coming back, but she really does a good job for us. Everything that she does is good. She's a good defensive player, good server, good hitter, good setter. Her biggest thing right now is just, as you would expect from a freshman playing on a veteran team, is just confidence and where she fits in and just not being tentative and not deferring to the other players because, as you know, there's only 6 on the floor and when you're one of those 6, you need to be able to take care of your area. And sometimes she likes to, like I said, defer to the other older players. But she's gotten better about that, and she got to ride the pine a little bit last night because of that. And she's really stepping up to be a key player for us, like you said.
Well, Abby McMillan looks like she's learning to like that left a little bit more and a little bit more all the time too, isn't she?
She is. It's a good spot for her, and obviously she has two good quarterbacks to give her the ball. Both she obviously hits off of both Amanda and Abigail, so she gets a lot of good balls to swing at, and she's doing really well for us. So it's a good. I think that's a good switch, and her playing left 2 rotations out of the 3 that she's in the front row is definitely a change that came about because of Abigail's injury, and assuming we can still hold our own in the middle. Abigail's such a good blocker and a good attacker for the middle. So as long as we can continue to hold the fort, so to speak, from the middle with Kinsey, then we'll probably keep her out there on the left side. So, but it's a good opportunity for her to get some more touches, and I'm happy for her to be able to do that.
So are you ready for the weekend, do you think?
I hope so, yeah. I think it's kind of been a long week. The good news is all of our games this week have been home, so we haven't had to travel and be on the road a lot. But definitely kind of maybe at the beginning of that first week, you can kind of tell there's a little bit of fatigue going on, a little bit of obviously we were so excited last night to have Abigail back, and I don't think that wore off tonight, but just a little bit here and there. But I think we know kind of what's at stake this weekend, and not to be too dramatic about it because it's obviously not the postseason or not the end of the year. But this is a good test for us. So this is something that we looked at, at the beginning of our season. Obviously, how we do in our tournament, and then each of our tournaments. Last year we won all 4 of them, and obviously we didn't win the first one. But really good teams, and we've talked about that already before. Our pool's going to be tough, and two pretty good teams in our pool, and if we're able to get past it, through it, unscathed, and then you're looking at potentially semifinal matchups and final matchups with 2 undefeated teams. And they've got 24, 23 wins, between them and no losses. So obviously that would be a good test for us, and we'll be interested to see how we kind of gel and how we come out and try to clean up some of our cobwebs and some of our, I don't want to say communication errors, but just some things you saw out there where we're getting ready for the ball to be somewhere and it's not there. So it's just I don't know, just some timing issues and just some getting to know each other still. We're kind of going through that process, a little bit too. So we've talked before that Abigail and Amanda haven't really played very many games with each other in terms of Abigail setting and Amanda hitting. So that's still something I think it's going to be a learning process and a work in progress. Just hopefully we can make more good plays than bad plays and kind of just continue to kind of fine tune that and be able to hopefully by the end of the year have not as many of those whoops moments as we've kind of had tonight.
I was looking at the schedule because somebody was asking me what's coming up, and we've compared you and Macomb and you and West Prairie a lot through the years and so on. I talked to Coach Rex Rote, and they haven't played hardly any games, and they've played a few at home, but they haven't been hardly any. You've played a ton of games, and you still have a lot of games left, but you only have 5 games at home after this one tonight.
Yeah, I know. We had a bunch, obviously 3 this week, and obviously our tournament, it seems like we're here all the time. So, Menden on Monday, and then you're right, we kind of become the road warriors. So hopefully that'll serve us well because obviously you're going on the road to the postseason and being able to win without home cooking in terms of your home floor and your own kind of atmosphere and surroundings is obviously going to be really important as you move forward throughout the postseason and as you go compete in tournaments around the area.
Well, Coach, I won't keep you as long tonight. There's some guys out here trying to play volleyball. And
they're struggling too. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're not coaching boys volleyball, right?
That's a fact.
They'd be better than that if they played on your volleyball team, wouldn't they?
I don't know. Depends on when they started, I guess, maybe.
Well, Coach, I won't keep you any longer. Thanks for joining us, and good luck this weekend. We'll see you Monday night.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Coach Tim Kerr talking to us here on the post-game show, and that's going to do it from Southeastern High School. The Suns get a 25-17, 25-8 varsity win over the Western Wildcats. You've been watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll talk to you again Monday night from Southeastern, but we got football from Macomb and West Prairie tomorrow night, football from Bushnell on Saturday. Actually, it's from Champaign for BPC on Saturday. Jeff Borders and Chris Frankhauser will be on the call of that one. Kenny Suter and friends will be on the call of the Macomb game tomorrow night because we had a change late in what was going on there. And John Reynolds, John Burton, and Jason Hulett and maybe another friend will be on at the West Prairie contest. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Oh, and there's another special tomorrow night. We've got our first broadcast from outside the area tomorrow night as well. We'll have to let you watch that, but we are scheduled to have Milledgeville have their first broadcast tomorrow night on our Hulett PubliPro LLC YouTube channel. So thanks for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you again very soon. See ya.